Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matthew and today we are taking another look or another review. Today we're doing a review of the Playmates Kong Skull Island. What? I already did this? Well, yes, as it turns out I already did this. Like 2 years ago when the figure was released and I finally got him. But this isn't the figure. In fact, I actually have my original figure right here. But this is version 2, or a reissue. The reason why I'm looking at this is because I feel like it has, it's more. This video isn't more of a, is it less of a review and more of a comparison? But I'm still gonna act like this is a review. So, yeah, this a little bit of backstory. This was released in a packaging that was just kind of basic, had Kong on it, and then they later reissued the figure with this one in particular, and had a slightly different box. The only real difference is that it had Kong on the side to match with the Godzilla, and kanji or Japanese, as I'm burping right there, and yeah, that's kind of that. This is just basically a reissue of the Kong. So yeah, let's go over this. Sculpt and paint. I already talked about him. This figure in particular, like 3-4 times, so I'm going to be very brief. The sculpt is made from a multitude of different plastics. We have the hands and the head, which are made of a more rubbery material, same with the feet, while the legs and the torso is made from a more hard plastic. And I gotta say, I'm liking the material on this one more than the original, or at least the build quality, because even though it has so obvious of seam lines, it's much better built together. Because take a look at the leg right here. That's just like a clean cut. Meanwhile, you have this, and then you have like, yeah, you see that? That's just from the sculpt grinding up against itself. So yeah, not very good build quality on this one, but thank goodness they changed that with the reissue. The head has a slightly different paint application. They went for less brown and more gray on the face, which I absolutely applaud them. I think they still kept the same eyes. Actually, yeah, they kept the same eyes. It turns out the pupils aren't even painted. They're just the head paint just put on there. So you only have pure orange eyes. Funny thing to note is that on mine, the left eye is actually on. The Kong's left eye, I guess, is really well applied, while his right eye is not so much. The nostrils still look pretty good, and also that scuff is still there. I don't know what's up, but like, what's with my Kong figures and getting scuffed on them? Because you have it right there, and then you have it on this one, just right there. I guess this one's better because like it's not as noticeable. So that's a positive. Everything about like the brown is much darker than the original because you have this one being much more vibrant, and not to mention this one's much more glossy. Is it? Yeah, it's much more glossy, and the gray on this one really shines better. It's very more reminiscent of the bigger Kong, and the fists themselves are an obvious difference because you have this one with darker brown and lighter gray versus darker gray and lighter brown. So I guess it's kind of opposite worlds, if we're speaking correctly. Nothing has really changed about the back aside from the plastic color difference. And I guess I could also talk about the articulation. Although nothing's really been changed. You have the basic head rotation, which I discovered was on a hinge, not a ball joint. Basic rotations. I'm trying not to rotate this because I don't want to grind up against the plastic all that much. But my Kong was like that straight out of the box. So I'm going to demonstrate on this one. Hinge for the head, or I guess swivel for the head too. Ball joint like movement. Rotation at the shoulders, nothing at the elbows or wrists, nothing at the waist. Hip rotations that, yes, are hindered. And yes, I've also checked they're still hindered on this one. Hold on. very lightly. Yep, they're still hindered. And rotations for the feet on both figures, and you can go all the way around. So that's kind of all I really have to say. Because if you want like a quick size comparison, here's some other figures you might have in your collection. From a very vintage style figure, the Imperial Godzilla 1985 figure. This one's the 8-inch in particular, or 12-inch. And this one is the NECA Godzilla 2014. And as you can see, the neck is about the same height. I know it appears to be a little shorter, but that's only because this figure's like hunched, and this guy's just towering above the rest. It's crazy to think that at one point you were the tallest one in my collection. Wow, my collection has changed. But honestly, setting these two aside, do I recommend this figure? If you already have the original, I don't think that this one automatically warrants a purchase. The reason I purchased this is because I got a pretty sweet deal on a lot of Godzilla figures. So I'm actually going to be giving this to someone, not like a giveaway because I'm not ready to do those yet. I don't think I will ever do those. Maybe sometime down the pipeline, but I'm going to be giving this to someone. I think that, or I might either just keep it in the collection. Although it'd be kind of weird to have two of these things running around. Or sell it, which I don't really want to sell it because I know money, like, I don't know. My reason's kind of weird. But that being said, I don't feel like you should buy this if you already have this one. If you don't have this one and you still want a Kong Skull Island figure, go for it. Preferably one with better eyes, but hey, that's fine, honestly. After all, those things must be really hard to apply. I would imagine how difficult it must be for the painters in the Playmates warehouse just to paint these things. But then again, we're talking about the same guys that constantly mismatch the Godzilla eyes, which we'll talk about that in another video I have upcoming. Also, am I going to be talking about the 12-inch figure, the reissue? Because I know there's some differences on those, like better painted gums, better painted arms, legs, torso, head. No, because again, he wasn't part of the lot, so I don't have any intentions of buying that one, because I already have the original, and I'm fine with the original. But I do plan on getting the Ferocious Kong, because he's different enough to where he's different from these two, and so I feel like that's fine, on its own merit. So those can stand on the shelf together, but I don't think these two can really stand on the shelf that much, because they're literally the same figure, just one's a reissue. So that being said, do I recommend them? Yes. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.